Officials seem hesitant to fully investigate the military Moutai liquor case, which likely involves military corruption. Another scandal occurred at Wuhan Tongji Hospital when gauze was left in a patient's body for 26 days. Jack Ma, it doesn't take a year to move from being a market leader to going bankrupt. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Officials seem hesitant to fully investigate the military Moutai liquor case, which likely involves military corruption. Recently, the Ningxia military took decisive action by seizing and penalizing over 3,500 bottles of wine known as military Moutai by a specific company. However, what raises eyebrows is the conspicuous absence of any mention of the production company responsible for the offending seller. Analysts posit that this incident likely involves military corruption, with the authorities seemingly lacking the resolve to fully expose the matter. Consequently, a thorough investigation into the vendors of military Moutai has been initiated by relevant authorities, as reported by CCTV's military WeChat account on June 18. The joint efforts of the Ningxia Military District Police Office, Yinchuan City Public Security, and other departments are involved in probing this case. According to the official reports, the police office of the Ningxia military region discovered a privately owned vehicle this year adorned with military armband-style logos on both sides and the rear glass, along with conspicuous markings indicating military liquor sales. According to the investigation, the probe also found that a certain individual named Li ventured into the sales of military wine in 2020 after identifying business opportunities associated with the military brand. Following this revelation, the Ningxia military and local law enforcement conducted searches of Li's sales outlets and warehouses. They placed seals on 12 different varieties and over 600 items suspected to be linked to the military brand, totaling a significant sum in the hundreds of thousands of yuan. The company faced charges, resulting in a fine of 30,000 yuan. Moreover, the confiscated military wine without a factory name and site necessitated immediate rectification. Curiously, the report neglected to disclose the identity of the company to which the supplier, Li, is affiliated, let alone the manufacturer's name. In recent times, the CCP has made concerted efforts to reform the conduct of its military. The CCP Military Daily reported on June 19 that the Political Work Department of the CCP Military Commission, along with the Disciplinary Inspection Committee, released the Code of Conduct for Social Interactions of Military Leading Cadres. This code sets forth requirements to regulate behavior in 8 key aspects, including adherence to discipline and rules, refraining from seeking personal privileges, and maintaining pure social interactions. Additionally, last year, 6 departments, including the Logistics Support Department of the CCP Military Commission, jointly issued the notice on prohibiting the sale of commodities such as military brands, tobacco, alcohol, etc. In response to this announcement, the official Beijing Youth Daily account reported that numerous regions have launched specialized operations to crack down on the sale of military brand products. They have processed dozens of information leads suspected of employing the military name for marketing activities. However, there is no mention of the production sector involved. Highlighting the corruption within the CCP's military, Lu Qing, former chairman of Human Rights in China, once remarked in an interview with Voice of America that the level of corruption within the CCP military is comparable to that of the Russian military. He pointed out that even positions such as squad leaders and soldiers require monetary transactions, raising concerns about their morale and combat effectiveness. Another scandal occurred at Wuhan Tongji Hospital when gauze was left in a patient's body for 26 days. Tongji Hospital in Wuhan has become embroiled in yet another scandal. According to mainland media outlet Cover News, Ms. Chen had been admitted to the Guanggu Hospital of Tongji Hospital on May 8 for gynecological issues. Throughout her hospitalization, she underwent 2 surgical procedures, the final one occurring on May 19, before being discharged on May 25. Following her discharge, Ms. Chen experienced persistent discomfort and abnormal urination. She reported spending over 20 minutes each time she visited the restroom. Despite multiple visits to the hospital for urinary system examinations, no issues were identified. Frustratingly, the doctors advised her to increase her water intake, which only exacerbated her discomfort. Seeking relief, Ms. Chen sought medical advice from the Optics Valley campus, but her condition failed to improve. On June 13, Ms. Chen revisited the outpatient clinic of Tongji Hospital, located in the Gwangju district, for registration purposes. During her examination, the doctor made a startling discovery of gauze within her body, promptly removing it and disposing of it in a waste bin. Reassurances were provided, assuring Ms. Chen of her well-being and the satisfactory progress of her wound's recovery. Ms. Chen recounted the excruciating pain she experienced during the gauze extraction, after which her family accompanied her to the inpatient department to consult with the two surgeons. Following their examination, they too assured her that no complications were present. However, upon returning home that evening, Ms. Chen developed a fever and promptly contacted the doctor from Optics Valley Hospital, who dismissed her concerns as normal. The following day, she sought an examination at Hubei Maternal and Child Health Hospital, where she was informed of an infection in the wound. Subsequently, after Ms. Chen complained to the Wuhan mayor's hotline, an online response was provided. According to the investigation conducted, the medical staff clarified that the gauze was removed approximately a week after her discharge from the hospital. It was discovered that the gauze had been packed with Vaseline and iodoform, which can lead to urinary tract infections and associated symptoms. Operation records indicated the presence of 3 pieces of Vaseline gauze within her body, yet neither the subsequent follow-up information nor the discharge summary made any mention of the gauze. Ms. Chen expressed her observation that there were numerous surgeries performed at the hospital on that particular day. She waited from the morning of May 19 until 2 a.m. the following day, suspecting that the doctor may have been overwhelmed with responsibilities and consequently forgetting about the gauze. As someone studying medicine, Ms. Chen asserted that gauze should typically be removed within 24 to 48 hours. She expressed her dismay, stating, "I stayed in the hospital for 5 or 6 days after the operation, and no one informed me about the presence of the gauze." On June 20, a reporter from Cover News visited Optics Valley Hospital in Wuchang for an interview. However, upon inquiry, the hospital leader stated that prior appointments needed to be made at the Hankow headquarters for interviews. This response drew criticism from netizens, who accused the doctors of displaying irresponsibility. Wuhan Tongji Hospital is a distinguished tertiary hospital encompassing 3 campuses: Hankow, Optics Valley, and Sino-French New Town. The hospital has long held a prominent position in China's organ transplant field. It ranks first in kidney transplants, 5th in liver transplants, and 3rd in heart transplants nationwide. Previously, Tongji Hospital was implicated in extensive participation in live organ harvesting conducted by the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. The World Organization to Investigate the Persecution of Falun Gong, WIPFG, confirmed that Tongji Hospital still carries out on-demand transplants. On December 25, 2019, Professor Wei Lai, the director of liver transplantation at Tongji Hospital, responded to an unannounced investigation call from WIPFG International, stating that liver transplants require a minimum of 600,000 yuan, about $83,500. He further added, "All matters will be discussed in person." Through years of investigations, WIPFG uncovered the extensive involvement of numerous doctors in the CCP's large-scale crime of live organ harvesting. Jack Ma, it doesn't take a year to move from being a market leader to going bankrupt. On June 20, following Alibaba's announcement of Zhang Yong's resignation as chairman, Ma Yun made a notable appearance at Alibaba Cloud Park in Hangzhou. Accompanied by Zhang Yong and other executives, Ma Yun toured the park and engaged in a convivial coffee session. Situated in Hangzhou City's Science and Technology Innovation Corridor, Yonggu Park serves as the headquarters of Alibaba Cloud Intelligent Group and has been operational since October of the previous year. Ma Yun's unexpected appearance triggered enthusiastic discussions among internet users, with some proclaiming, "The king is back?" In a letter addressed to all employees on the morning of June 20th, Zhang Yong conveyed his decision to step down as chairman and CEO of Alibaba Holding Group, effective September 10th of this year. He will transition to a full-time role as chairman and CEO of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence Group, focusing on the development of Alibaba Cloud. Kai Chongxin, executive vice chairman of the group, will assume the position of chairman of the board of directors of Alibaba Holding Group. Concurrently, Wu Yongming will take on the role of CEO of Alibaba Holding Group while maintaining his position as chairman of Taoyuan Group. Zhang Yong assumed the position of chairman and CEO of Alibaba in 2015. The mainland media outlet Late Post reported that before Zhang Yong's resignation, Ma Yun reached out to the heads of various businesses within Taoyuan Group and organized a small-scale communication meeting. Dai Shan, the CEO of Taoyuan Group, along with Taoyuan Group CFO Li Bo and Siniao Group CEO Wan Lin, as well as Chen Daofang, the head of Taobao Live, were present at the event. According to the report, this gathering served as an opportunity for Jack Ma to engage in in-depth business discussions. Multiple Alibaba employees shared insights from Jack Ma's perspective, revealing his concerns regarding the intense competition faced by Taoyuan Group. Jack Ma took Nokia and Kodak as examples and emphasized the precarious nature of the industry, highlighting how an enterprise could transition from being an industry benchmark to extinction within a span of 6 months to a year. He further noted that the pace of such transformations might be even swifter in the realm of the Internet. Amid China's ongoing economic decline and a significant drop in consumer purchasing power, Ma said that the methodologies that Alibaba used to rely on for success may not be applicable anymore and should be changed quickly. During the meeting, he expressed his belief that Alibaba's future opportunities lie with Taobao rather than Tmall. Ma advocated for Ali's e-commerce to prioritize the sale of affordably priced commodities. He outlined 3 key directions for Taoyuan Group: refocusing on Taobao, prioritizing user engagement, and realigning with the internet landscape. Notably, Jack Ma also addressed Alimama, Alibaba's advertising and marketing platform, emphasizing its past profitability through traffic sales to brand merchants and suggesting a future focus on product innovation. According to the Late Post report, employees hold varying interpretations of Jack Ma's call to return to the internet. Some believe it entails reintroducing a sense of surprise during the shopping experience, while others emphasize the importance of focusing on user engagement and expanding the scale of user activity. As one of the pioneers in integrating the internet with commerce, Alibaba revolutionized the industry by bringing factory information online and establishing the wholesale business platform 1688, followed by the consumer-oriented Taobao.com. However, since 2018, Taobao's platform effect advantage has gradually diminished as domestic e-commerce users approached saturation and competitors like Pinduoduo and Douyin gained prominence. The Beijing Business Daily reported on June 20th that the active presence of Ma Yun and Liu Qiangdong on the front lines reflects the anxiety prevailing among e-commerce giants. This year's 618 Shopping Festival event witnessed the launch of the Taobao Good Price Festival, specially tailored for small and medium-sized businesses within the Taobao Tmall ecosystem. Speaking at the Taobao Tmall 618 Merchant Conference, Dai Shan, CEO of Taoyuan Group, announced that Taobao would emphasize its price power during this year's 618 event. While the exact wording may differ, it is evident that a significant strategic shift toward emphasizing competitive pricing has been observed among leading e-commerce platforms in recent years. About Jack Ma's continued involvement with Alibaba, Alibaba President Michael Evans remarked during a meeting in Paris on June 15 that Jack Ma continues to be Alibaba's largest shareholder. This is his company, and he cares about it today as much as he did when he started it, and I hope that will continue as long as Alibaba and Jack Ma are around. On March 27 of this year, Jack Ma, who had faced suppression by the CCP and spent over a year abroad, made a sudden and highly publicized appearance at a school in Hangzhou. The following day, Alibaba announced its division into 6 separate divisions. According to sources cited by Reuters, Li Chang, the new premier of the CCP, had been urging Jack Ma to return to China since the end of last year. Li Chang believes that this move would help allay concerns from the international community regarding the Chinese Communist Party's clampdown on private enterprises. Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.